Hello, friends, and welcome to Fire Emblem Discussion. So we are going to take a look at Byleth's moveset from Super Smash Brothers. It's still crazy to say because I literally found this out, 50 minutes ago now. And we're going to just see how faithful it is to Byleth in Fire Emblem Three Houses, like how faithful it is to the game. That's something that Sakurai seems to pride himself on, always has, to his characters feeling like they do in their game, or like, representing the game they come from very well. So I want to go over Byleth's moveset to do this. So let's make this full screen. So their idle animation, I'm okay with. They hold their sword like they do. It's fine by me. That attack, that's definitely an attack that Byleth uses. Okay, actually, it's uses the hero's relics. So using the hero's relics #1, that's really cool. Using the three, and just for those who don't know, anyone can use any hero's relic. If you don't have a crest, you'll take some damage. If you do have a crest, there'll be no adverse effects. But if you have the right crest or the crest that's associated with that weapon, there'll be some added benefit, or being able to use the weapon's special combat art. So I think that's illustrated here well. That Byleth doesn't do any crazy Omega combat art with them, but does some cool attacks with using these relic weapons. Cool idle animation with the sword. I'm okay with the tilt, and I don't know, all the normals with the neutral attacks with the sword are fine. Nothing special to me, honestly. I don't dislike them. That smash attack is interesting. I don't know, it's just totally original. Doesn't come from the game at all. Just kind of like whips the sword around, which is fine. I mean, he needed to do something with it, but it just doesn't fit very well in my opinion. It doesn't really make sense for Byleth. I don't know what they could have done differently though. This up B is really cool. Very Joker-esque, being able to do that. It has the extra benefit. I wonder how that's going to be as an out of shield option, by the way. And then the fact that it spikes is really fun. And then he does it twice for swag. Love it. And recover still, doesn't matter. Pretty dope. The Sword of the Creator looks really fun. Not gonna lie. Down tilt looks like a decent combo tool. But again, I don't know how well it matches Byleth. That's the thing. You have to take some creative liberties. I understand. Not everything's going to be one for one with the game. But it is relatively just like, I don't know. I feel like they maybe could have done a little more with the neutral attacks, with the just like the tilts and the jab and everything, to look a little more like the game. But I accept it for what it is at this point. And the up B, that's probably the thing that makes the most sense for Byleth's recovery. I mean, why not? Just have it be a whip. Alright, now what are we looking at? Arden Bidhar, however you say that. I like, this is something I really wanted, was like long range lance attack. If we got a Fire Emblem character. Honestly, I wanted Dimitri, but this is pretty close. I'm a fan of how far this hits. So let's get a better look here. So you can angle it, whatever, up and down. Stronger when you aim it up, apparently. And just a normal lance attack. I don't feel like that doesn't really look like it does in game either. It's fine though. Okay, there we go. This looks straight out of the game. That's Tempest Lance, Night Kneeler, whatever. Like, I'll show it on screen right now, like a comparison. This is, like, honestly, it looks really good. Looks straight out of the game, man. Yeah, that looks like straight out of the game. I'm a fan. And then it has an air variant that, exists. And then you can use it in the air. Oh, yeah, just stabs in the air, whatever. Not like from the game at all. This also isn't from the game, but I understand you need an air variant of attacks. It looks cool though. Like, let me see here. That looks really cool, but I don't feel like it fits the game very well. But it's fine. I'm very positive on this. That looks just like Smash, by the way. That looks just like an act combat art, just like Smash or Spike or Diamond X, whatever. Like just the animation, like this really big overhead sweeping, and then it makes the cracks in the ground even. Like look at that. That looks just like Smash. I'm a big fan of that. I'm a big fan of that actually. I know. I mean that might just speak to how simple animations are in Three Houses. That is something that like yes they got it right. He swung it over his head and hit the ground really hard. But that's how it is in the game, so I'll take it. It looks really good, and I'm glad it matches really well, honestly. Down smash, whatever. It just is a thing. And the fact that, and it spikes, which is fun. Oh, never mind, we got Fail Not. I forgot about this. Okay, we got Fail Not now. We got the bow, which is, neutral air, which is, it doesn't look like it'll combo, like, won't be as good as, like, Palutena's neutral air. It looks like something akin to maybe... more like the Belmonts, or maybe even Pit, but I don't know. It doesn't, just kind of shoots. This does look like a combat art. This looks like the bow combat art for sure. It's so cool that they did that with this, that they just made like his stance. I understand he's just shooting the bow, but his stance when he shoots the bow is very reminiscent of any of the bow combat arts. And I really appreciate that. I think it's the smartest thing he could have done for the neutral attack, the special attacks, was make them combat arts. All right, the final smash. Progenitor God Ruptured Heaven. So I'm honestly surprised they just didn't like just call it Ruptured Heaven or just call it Sublime Heaven or whatever. But yeah, it doesn't really look. I'm surprised they didn't make it look more like it does in game. Like, I don't hate it. Oh, that's cool. I just noticed Byleth's hair's color changes. He becomes, like, Awakened Byleth. Yeah. He does. That's super cool because he becomes Awakened Byleth just for this attack. Yeah, so I'm definitely surprised they didn't just call it Sublime Heaven rather than Ruptured Heaven if he becomes Awakened Byleth there. So that's kind of a missed opportunity there, just the name of it. And then the fact that they don't have him, like, actually, like, swinging a lot, like in his animation. Is pretty sad, but I'll accept that. It's pretty cool. It's a cool adaptation. The Sothis in the background is kind of weird, though. I don't know how I feel about the Sothis in the background. I do like up in the top corner, you see his like a little face pop in of him. So that's reminiscent of crits in the game where there's like a face pop in. I know it's not exactly the same. They could have done something more similar to that, but that's still cool. All right, let's go look at costumes. So right here, I think male and female Byleth. I think male Byleth actually looks really good. I think he looks better than he does in Three Houses, for sure. I think female Byleth, there's something about it. Like I think it's her face, just looks off to me. Doesn't quite look like she does in Three Houses, but I'm a fan of the design. Okay, these are good. I love these. Specifically, I really like the Edelgard one. The Edelgard one looks like they got the red just right. It just looks like perfect. The Dimitri one, the one that's obviously modeled after Dimitri there, is it's a good mix of like looking at his attire from pre-time skip and also kind of his look from post-time skip. If they wanted to be a little more on the nose, they could have given Byleth an eye patch, and that would have been funny, and I would have been okay with that. Let's see if we can get a better view. There we go. It's a better view of the Claude one. And that just looks fine. It's just yellow. It's obviously a Claude reference in the hair color. I'm a huge fan, for some reason. I'm a huge fan of any time in Smash a character's hair color changes. I just think it's like kind of a fun thing. And, their eye color even changes. Look at that. Look at that. Like... The Edelgard, like look at Edelgard has the eye color of the Edelgard character. Okay, that's really cool. I'm surprised they didn't change the skin color of the Claude alt a little bit. I would have been okay with that, and I think it would have been good. But like yeah, Dimitri has blue eyes. Edelgard has those like pinkish eyes, like that goes with anyone who's had their crest messed with or whatever. Yeah, cool. Really good. And then the next ones just make sense. Let's skip to them. Okay, well actually, this one's cool. It's Sothis. Sothis design. I like the hair and eye color really popping. and then we get Awakened Byleth, which if I'm being honest, I guess to avoid spoilers, they didn't have it just be the original one, but yeah, it makes sense because for more of the game, you are Awakened Byleth and you are not. But this is fine. Yeah, I like all these alts, particularly the house leaders, especially the Edelgard. I have a feeling I will be maining Byleth for a while and be playing a lot with the Edelgard skin because it looks really good. Otherwise, I'll probably just be going male Awakened Byleth. Yeah, I like them. Really faithful to the game. Really nice. Alright, I think that's going to be it for this video. Overall, I think Byleth is fairly accurate to what the game is. And especially the combat arts, man. The fact that all the special attacks are combat arts is just a really nice touch. Except for, up B, which is the sword stab with like the sword of the creator with I'll show it. It's good stuff. And I mean, there's only so much you can do with aerials and just like tilts and whatever else when a character's from a strategy game rather than like an action fighting game or whatever. So I understand they had to take some liberties with those, but they left a little to be desired as far as representing Fire Emblem or representing Fire Emblem Three Houses. But overall, I think Byleth is going to be a really fun character. I think it's a good representation of what Three Houses is. Any class being able to use any weapon. It shows that off really well. The only thing I would have wanted to better represent would be Byleth using a magic attack or two. To represent that, yes, he / she is a mage in their like special class. Just let him use Ragnarok or something or Aura. With one of the attacks, but I'll accept this for what it is. But yeah, that'll do it for me right now. Let me know in the comments what you think. How do you think Byleth is represented? Are they represented well? Do you wish they would have had different attacks for different? Do you wish they would have had some different attacks here or there? Let me know in the comments. And of course, actually, I also want to know what do you guys think of the costumes and the music selection. I'm a little iffy on the music selection, but let me know what you think of it in the comments. And of course, like and subscribe for more Fire Emblem discussion. And yeah, I'll catch you next time.